Hello everyone, I'm Hemnath from third year cybersecurity department. Now we are going to see a quick look at a simple yet engaging 2D game project. What you're seeing here is a Unity game engines interface, which is a professional tool used by developers worldwide to create everything from mobile apps to console games. This particular project is a classic 2D obstacle course or endless runner game designed for fun and easy play. The core concept is straightforward, that is the survival and the score. The main character is a cartoon runner visible on the left, ready to start the race. The game takes place on a simple running track and that scrolls continuously, giving the illusion that the runner is moving forward. The objective is to guide the runner along the track, overcoming two main types of objects, obstacles and collectibles. The obstacles are red and white hurdles, which are placed over here. The player must there jump perfectly to clear these hurdles. Hitting a hurdle would likely to end the run or slow the player down. The collectibles are the golden coins floating above the track. Collecting these coins is how the player racks up the points displayed in the score section at the top. Let's look the main visual components that bring this game to life. The scene which are given here. The main view shows the action with the start line on the left and the finish line on the right. On the right, although in an endless runner, the finish line is often just a visual element that repeats or is never reached. The background is a simple, pleasant outdoor park or field settings, giving the game depth. The assets. If you're looking at the bottom section, we could see the assets. You can see all the files that make up the game. These are the building blocks of the 2D images or sprites or the player, the coins, and the hurdles. These assets are crucial for defining the game's look and feel. Games like this rely heavily on sprite sheets, single images containing all the different poses for the running to create smooth animation. How the game is managed. In any game behind the scenes, the hierarchy on the left shows that all the objects currently in the scene, the main camera, the hurdles, the coins, and importantly, the game manager. The game manager is the silent backbone of the game. It controls essential functions like spawning, deciding when and where new hurdles and coins appear on the track to keep the challenge going on. Sco- Scoring, tracking the number of coins, correcting and updating the score display. Game state, managing if the game is playing paused or has ended in a game over state. The goal is to create a dynamic environment where the obstacles and the collectibles are generated randomly or in the patterns, so no two runs are exactly same. The two C# script used for the players and the score are given in the mono behavior script. I will explain that. This is the score.cs script. This script explains about the scores of the player. Now we have first Unity engine, basic Unity class like mono behavior. Unity engine.ui UI component which has like text, system.collections and system.collection.generic for lists and other collection types used by default. Now we come into the public class core uh, mono behavior, public int coin count. This variable stores the number of coins the player has collected. It's public, so you can see and edit it in the Unity X inspector. Public text value. This is a reference to a UI text component that will display the coin count on the screen. You need to drag your UI text from the same scene into this field in the inspector. Void start. Start parenthesis is called once when the game begins. It's empty here because there's no initialization needed for now. Void update. Update parenthesis is called in every frame. Inside it, the script updates the text of the UI element. Like coin count dot to string converts the integer coin count into a string. Value dot text equal to sets the UI text to show the current coin count. This ensures the score on the screen is always up to date. Now we'll look at the player.cs file. Player.cs file has Unity engine, same like that. Unity engine, which is needed for Unity components like mono behavior script and rigid body 2D and etc. Unity engine that social platforms that impl. This is usually for social gaming features in your script. It seems unnecessarily unless you are doing something with social platforms. It can probably be removed. Public class, player, and mono behavior. Speed. How fast the player moves horizontally. Jump force. How strong the player jumps. Rigid body 2D RV. Reference to the rigid body 2D component for physics calculation. It is private because it's only used in the inside the script. Score CC. Reference to a score script which allows the player to increase the coin count when collecting coins. Now we'll come to void start part. Void start parenthesis runs once at the beginning. This line RB equal to get component rigid body 2D gets the rigid body 2D component attached to the player game object so we can control physics later. Void update. Update is called in every frame. Input dot get axis raw horizontal returns the axis like -1, 0, or 1 depending on whether the player presses the left arrow, no input, or the right arrow. Transform that position moves the player horizontally based on input and the speed. Time.delta frame ensures the movement is frame rate independent and it is smooth. Checks if the player presses the space key. Mathf.abs is less than 0.01f ensures the player is not already jumping or falling. rb.addForce applies an instant upward force to make the player jump. Force mode 2D dot impulse means the force is applied instantly, not over time. Now I'll come to the last part of the code. It explains that on trigger enter 2D called automatically when the player collides with the trigger collider. Other.compare tag checks if the collider object has the tag destroy. Usually this tag is applied to coins. cc.count plus plus increments the coin count in a score script. Destroy other.game object removes the coin from the scene after collecting it. These are the two mono behavior C script which is used for the player and the score to be increased. And after running this, the game will be started and running smoothly. Thank you.